Hi, it's Vinny, and today I wanted to make a sort of tough video. I wanted to I wanted to get a little bit more serious about sort of what happens when my anxiety reaches maximum level. And I've mentioned it a couple times, kind of skirted a little bit on the issue. It's not because I'm uncomfortable talking about it, but it's because I'm really mindful not wanting to trigger other people. So I will say this, that if talks of self-harming um, triggers you, especially with talks of specific kind of methods or the thoughts that go into that process, if they trigger you, then I would recommend that you not watch this video. Um, but yeah, I basically I was having a tough time whether or not I wanted to speak about this, but the only reason why I did is because I don't really ever see other people personally talking about what it's like to be in the moment when you want to self-harm. And I don't really know what other people are thinking when this happens. I know what I do, but I don't know if what I feel is unique to myself or if there are other people out there that this is the reason why they might reach this point. And now the thing is that when my anxiety reaches like, over a level 10, so to speak, um, I pretty much lose control of my cohesive thoughts. There's a lot of things going on in my head, but most of all is rage. And usually, when this happens, especially with the rage emotion, it's probably because I'm in a situation or I've gotten into an argument with where the other party has offended me or triggered me or upset me in some way, or maybe they have said something really that was really disrespectful to me. So it is really easy for me to go from like neutral to like I'm done. I'm over it. And that's when the thoughts of self harm kind of come into play. Now, I'm not someone who ever really spent like I know that sometimes with depression, when you're a teenager, that self-harming behaviors kind of start around there, and but for me, that never happened. I never even thought to do that. I did know someone who did do this, but it seemed really strange to me. I didn't understand it, and I didn't understand why you would want to cause harm to yourself. I mean, for me, despite all the negative things I go through, I really like my life. Like, well, well, I like being alive, and I really like who I am. I like the promise and the potential that I have, and I love myself. So it never really occurred to me like why someone would want to do that. Now it wasn't until I got to college that I slowly started losing control of my ability to cope with kind of abusive situations. Whereas before, it kind of always felt like, well, maybe I deserve this. Or, well, maybe I wasn't being the best person I could have been. But now in these situations, I kind of felt like I don't deserve this. Why is this happening to me? Why would you treat me like this? And sometimes these kind of things would come from people who I actually really cared about. So it was really conflicting to me. But I realized that whenever I would get into a conflict with another person, I had almost no, there was really no escalation between a neutral debate and a very heated um, argument. Like I said, that can go from 0 to 10 in a matter of seconds. And so rage was really a big problem to me. And the first thing that would always come to my mind is, I gotta hurt this person. I have to hurt them. So many very, 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 very detailed thoughts would come to my head, and ways in which I would do this, things that I could do, what would happen when I would do them, basically the consequences, like, how would this look like? What would this feel like? And because I didn't really have, and I still don't, to an extent, have a proper kind of solution of how to diffuse those thoughts, those feelings, of how to like kind of talk myself down, thinking, okay, this person really hurt you, but we don't have to go there. Let's take a step back. So, because it always went to this extremely violent thought against the other person, my self harming manifested in wanting to protect people. And now, I don't know, is that weird? Like, um, I know, like I said, I've never actually heard, I've never actually asked anyone who has self harm, because that's a very sensitive topic, and I've never asked someone why they do it, or why they think that they do it. But for me, it's really out of protection. Now, I said this before, but I care a lot. I care deeply about other people, and I really don't ever want to hurt them. So, regardless of the amount of bad thoughts that come to my mind, my first priority that I really am so glad that always shines through is that, okay, you feel this way, but you're not going to do that. And instead, that kind of anger gets channeled, and I become the outlet. Um, that physical release manifests in me self harming. So, for me, when that happens, I do it to protect other people, because I think, you know, I'm not going to hurt this person, so I'm going to hurt myself so that I don't hurt them. And when I hurt myself, I'll acknowledge that, hey, this hurts, this feels horrible, and it'll stop. It'll um, kind of snap me out of the moment. Of course, that's absolutely an unhealthy coping mechanism, but um, that's basically what it feels like to me. And I really can't think of any time or anything that really sticks out of when I've ever self harmed, because um, I wanted to, because I wanted to take it out on myself, meaning because I intentionally wanted to hurt myself. Um, Even though I do have a. Sorry about that. The video kind of died on me. But anyway, I was saying that it's not as if I've never had suicidal thoughts, because I do. I have them quite commonly, but it's just that my self harming doesn't come from that. It usually comes from protecting others from my own, um, what I feel is like my fear of being unable to protect other people. And, basically, I just wanted to put that out there and just open a little bit of a dialogue about what it's like for me to self harm, because I know that I do believe that many people think that people who do that, um, that automatically they means that they want to end their life. And for me, that's not the case. For me, it just happens to be a very poor coping mechanism. And it's actually one that I don't really do much anymore. When I was maybe a few years back, it was pretty regular, and now it's maybe like I have an incident maybe once, 1 to 3 or so times a year. So it's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself, and even when those incidents do happen, I never look down on myself. I never see this as, oh, I'm regressing or this is a step back. No, it's not. It's this incident happened and we'll move forward for that. We'll see what went wrong and we'll see what we have to do to kind of, prevent that from happening. So, if you like to share or maybe just use this to see the insight of what it's like and for me and my self-harming um, stuff, and then feel free to just take this as it is, just me telling a story. And I do hope, though, that there is someone out there that finds this helpful in any kind of way. And yeah, so that'll about wrap this up for this video. Again, sorry about the camera dying, but that happens. And well, I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye.